not, they are not ready for husband. When they have their monthly period, they are not ready for men in general. This is something that Allah created the sister with these qualities or abilities. It's the will of Allah the Almighty. So imagine what will happen if this doubt, some Muslim or believing women believe in these doubt and start repeating that doubts. I hope inshallah ta'ala by answering by the last lecture and this lecture we are clear why Islam is legislating this thing. Second, to be sure that Islam is not the only religion who legislate that. Islam limited that to 4 if there is justice. Otherwise, it is one, and we know the wisdom behind it. Now let us move inshallah ta'ala إلى شبهة ثانية أو ثالثة. لماذا تعادل شهادة امرأتين شهادة رجل واحد? The other doubt, why is the testimony of 2 women equivalent to the one or to that of 1 man? Indeed, you will see later on that this is not the case. But even Muslims misunderstand this ayah and misunderstand the legislation behind this ayah. We will explain it inshallah. And you will see that this is not the case. It is not that the shahada of the woman is half of the shahada in men, and you will see it with details inshallah ta'ala. طبعا بعض الناس يحلو له أن ينسب إلى الإسلام أنه يجعل المرأة أقل شأنا من الرجل، ويقول أن السبب في شهادة المرأة نصف شهادة الرجل عاطفتها الشديدة. يقول هكذا السبب، انفعالاتها، فهي نتيجة هذه العاطفة قد تكذب فتضل وتميل على الحق. ويستشهد بهذه الآية: واستشهدوا شهيدين من رجالكم فإن لم يكونا رجلين فرجل وامرأتان ممن ترضون من الشهداء أن تضل إحداهما فتذكر إحداهما الأخرى. So some find it is suitable to associate with Islam that women have lesser stance than men, and that her strong emotion are the reason for belittling her, because her emotion can lead her to lie and deviate from the truth. They utilize this noble verse and bring 2 witnesses from among your men, and if there are not 2 men available, then a man and 2 women for those whom you accept as witness, so that if one of the women errs, then the other can remind her. Now, نقول أولا لابد من التأكيد أن هذه الآية وردت في سياق الحديث عن الشهادة في الأمور المالية فقط، كالبيع والشراء والرهن. First of all, we should understand that this ayah, and I would like to confirm and affirm that this verse pertains to testimony in matters of finance only, such as debt, sales, and deposits. This is number 1, that the brothers and the sisters should understand. It's not general ruling. It's not ruling indeed. It's a way of conserving a right, as we will see later on. والأمر الثاني، معنى أن تضل إحداهما يعني خشية أن تنسى، فالضلال هنا يعني النسيان وليس الانسياق وراء العاطفة كما يقول الذين يتهمون الإسلام. ولذلك الله عز وجل فسر هذا الضلال، قال فتذكر إحداهما الأخرى، قال أن تضل إحداهما، إن تضل إحداهما فتذكر إحداهما الأخرى. The second thing that we should have in our mind, that the meaning of if one of the women errs, is the fear that she might forget. Errs means to forget. It's not deviation based on emotion, as those who accuse Islam are saying. So here, errs, it's not deviation. It's if she forgets, the other woman will remind her. This is why Allah the Almighty explained He Himself the word errs. He didn't say deviation. Allah said, so that if one of the women errs, then the other can remind her. Is that clear? The second point. النقطة الثالثة: اشترط الله عز وجل استشهاد امرأتين بسبب احتمال تعرض المرأة للنسيان، فلذلك إن نسيت إحداهما بعض التفاصيل ذكرتها الأخرى. The third point, Allah the Exalted has made the condition of two women testifying due to the possibility that one of the women could forget. Hence, if one of them forgets some of the details, the other woman would remind her. This is why it is not allowed to the judge in a court on a hearing, if there are two sisters, to listen to each of them individually. He cannot do that. The two of them should be together. This is why Allah Azza wa Jalla said, if one of them errs, the other will remind her. And this is why the mother of the Shafi'i, rahimahullah wa radiya anhu, wa rahimahullah, the mother of Imam Shafi'i, she were witnessing some cases with another woman. So the judge asked her to go out to listen to the other woman if she say the same thing or may change. So the mother of the Shafi'i, she was a faqiha, mashallah. She said to him, you cannot do that. You cannot ask me to leave. Allah Azza wa Jal said, إن تضل إحداهما فتذكر إحداهما الأخرى. How you pretend me to remind her if I'm outside? So he said, Subhanallah. Yani it does not even come to my mind. So this is something also that we have to put in our mind. Now the question, لماذا قد تنسى المرأة مثل هذه التفاصيل فتحتاج إلى امرأة لتذكرها؟ هل هذا دلالة على كما يتهم البعض الإسلام أن يقول أن المرأة عقلها أقل من الرجل؟ حاشا لله. ليست هذه القضية. Now the question, some might ask, why would women forget some of the details and need another woman to remind her? Those who accuse Islam with oppression against women, they will say that this means that women are lesser than men in intellectual and stance, which is not the case. I will tell you why Allah Azza wa Jal mentioned this. أهل العلم يقولون أن السبب في ذلك يعود إلى عدم اهتمام المرأة غالبا، والحكم للغالب وليس للندرة، أن المرأة على الغالب ليس لها اهتمام بالأمور المالية، فهي مشغولة في بيتها وأسرتها وأولادها، لذلك لا تركز كثيرا في شهادتها فتحتاج من يذكرها. Ulama, the scholars, they said, answering this question, the reason goes back to that woman in generally. Means, maybe this is not the case of every individual woman, but the ruling are always based on the general ruling. It's the biggest amount. So generally, women generally do not focus about financial matters when they are asked to be witnesses. In general, they do not do that. So this is why or this is which is something noticed among many women who focus in geared towards the matter such as the family, the kids, taking care of them, not in financial issues. This is why Allah Azza wa Jal asked to another woman to remind her, because in general, women are not involved in financing and financial, selling and buying as a merchant. In general, men do that. ولذلك أيضا نرى أن الدين الإسلامي هذا الدين الحنيف يقبل شهادة المرأة وحدها في الأمور التي لا يطلع عليها غير النساء أو لا يهتم بها إلا النساء كالولادة والبكارة والرضاع وعيوب النساء والحضانة. Also, in the same time, we see that our religion, Islam, accepts the testimony of one woman only. Accepts the testimony of one woman only in matters that are only looked at by women or not cared about except by women in general, such as giving birth, virginity, nursing, and nurturing. So these cases, one woman in front of the judge, her witness is accepted alone. If she said, for example, yes, so and so gave birth with so and so, because these are matters that women are involved more than men. Men cannot engage in these matters. So her shahada is accepted, and the shahada is accepted from one woman only. So the matter it's not the shahada of the woman is less. It's, as we will see, Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah and Ibn al-Qayyim how will differentiate to make us understand this point clearly inshallah ta'ala. إذن هذا دليل على أن اشتراط وجود امرأتين في الشهادة على الأمور المالية يهدف إلى زيادة الضمان لحفظ حقوق العباد. So here, this is a clear proof that condition of having two female witnesses in financial matters aims at increasing the assurance of protecting rights. The assurance of protecting rights. And وهذا لا ينتقص من قدر المرأة أو قدراتها الذهنية ولا العقلية وإلا لما قبلت شهادة المرأة الواحدة. And subhanallah, this does not lessen the value of the woman's intellect or mind. Otherwise, the testimony of a single woman would not be accepted in matters that pertain to women and are oftentimes not cared about or known by men. خلاصة الموضوع قبل أن ننقل قول ابن تيمية وابن القيم: المرأة ليست أقل شأنا وذكاء من الرجل، وعاطفتها الجياشة ليست سببا يحملها على الكذب أو الانحراف، والمرأة العدل في نظر الإسلام كالرجل العدل أهلا للشهادة وتحملها ولأدائها. The summary of this topic: the woman is not at a lesser status or intelligence than a man. Her strong emotion is not the reason that makes her lie or deviate. The just woman in the eyes of Islam is like the just man who is suitable for testimony, its responsibilities and fulfilling them. نستمع إلى ابن تيمية حتى أنهي بهذه الكلمات لابن تيمية وبعض أقوال الفقهاء. تحدث ابن تيمية رحمه الله عن التمييز بين طرق حفظ الحقوق التي أرشدت إليها ونصحت بها الآية. وهي الموجهة إلى صاحب الحق يعني الدين، وبين طرق البينة التي يحكم الحاكم أو القاضي بناء عليها. Ibn Taymiyyah, may Allah have mercy upon him, spoke regarding the ways to protect the rights that this verse pointed and advised to do, meaning verse 282. So the verse is speaking about what? About what? Protecting the rights. Protecting the rights. As the ayah mentioned. And the ayah is number 282, which is directed towards the person who is owed the debt and has clarified the paths that the judge would rule based on them. ثم نقل ابن القيم تفصيل ابن تيمية بهذا الخصوص تحت عنوان الطرق التي يحفظ بها الإنسان حقه، قائلا: إن القرآن لم يذكر الشاهدين والرجل والمرأتين في طرق الحكم التي يحكم بها الحاكم، إنما ذكر النوعين من البينات في الطرق التي يحفظ بها الإنسان حقه. واضح الفرق للمتكلمين العربية؟ واضح الفرق؟ Ibn al-Qayyim reports the details of Ibn Taymiyyah regarding this matter under the title The Ways a Person Protects His Right. So the whole ayah is about the ways how a person protects his right. He said, indeed the Quran did not mention the two male witnesses or the man and two women witnesses as one of the ways for the judge to rule. In another way, in a simple word, it is not a requirement for the judge or the sheikh or the imam to judge in a case to have a man and two women. This is not the case. Is that clear? This is not the case that the Quran is talking about. The Quran is talking about one of the ways to preserve, to protect your right. Either you bring two men or one man and two women to witness the loan, the debt, whatever you are doing from financial, because women in general are not involved in financial and they easily forget these matters. Is that clear? Is that answering the doubt? For the sister, is that clear? Because the sister should raise the head now. It's not because the sister listens, as the enemies of Islam or the ignorant try to mention. This is one of the ways to protect your right. You have either choice, two men or one man and two women, because women in general are not involved in financial, so it's so easy for them to forget. This is why a woman needs another woman to remind her in case she forgets the case or the details of the case. There are a lot of details, but I summarize it. I don't want to go through that details. But I summarize the case. The ayah is regarding what now? If I ask this question, the ayah is regarding what? Financial, number one. And is it a way to prove or to take a judgment, or a way to protect a right? A way to protect a right. But in judgment, you will see that one woman can give the witness and it is accepted, especially in matters that pertain to women alone. If the case that every time we need to make a judgment need one man, two women, this woman cannot witness alone and her shahada will not be accepted. Now let us say some of the statement, because the judge, from the ways to approve, from the ways to prove or to make a decision in a court, in Islamic court, or a judge or a imam, yes, if you have witnesses, it's okay. But also, you can swear by Allah, for example, البينة على من ادعى واليمين على من أنكر. The one who has the right, who is asking for the right, should clarify, bring evidence to conserve his right. If he has no evidence, then the one who is negating, he has to swear by Allah that what that man is saying is not true, or I did not take his right, or I did not take his money, whatever. So this is one of the ways how the judge ruled. If this man if he refuse to swear by Allah, the judge can make a decision based on that negation to swear. This is another way how to rule. Then another way, if that person negate to swear, he can ask the owner of the right to swear by Allah that he has the right. And this is a third way how to rule. So we are not talking about ways of ruling in Islam. We are talking about way to prove rights. Okay, let me take some statement and I will stop inshaAllah ta'ala by some statement of the scholar. I have a lot of details. I will not go for it because I will not to make it that long. Okay. From the statements, Imam Ahmad rahimahullah نص أحمد على ذلك في رواية بكر ابن محمد ابن أبيه قال في المرأة تشهد على ما لا يحضره الرجال من إثبات استهلال الصبي. إيش استهلال الصبي؟ يعني أول ما يولد يصرخ مستهلا باكيا. وفي الحمام يعني في الأمور التي لا يطلع عليها إلا النساء، لما تدخل النساء الحمامات العامة. Imam Ahmad, may Allah have mercy upon him, in the narration of Bakr ibn Muhammad from his father, who said, regarding the woman is the witness for matters that are not attended by the man, such as affirming the first cry of the born child. When a woman delivers a baby, we know that the first thing that boy will do is crying when he gets out, right? So when he cried and died, there are different rulings in Islam. He should inherit a lot of things. So if a woman witnessed that, so we have different ruling based on that shahada. So Imam Ahmad said it's okay for a woman to witness this. There is no doubt in that. That is okay. Then he said entering the same public bathrooms. I mean, where women in the past, they have public bathroom to take a showers. So this is specific for men and specific for women. So some women may enter with izar, with something, so the woman can see something in each other. So if they witness something regarding these matters, it will be accepted. يرحمك الله. وقال إسحاق بن منصور قلت لأحمد في شهادة الاستدلال قال تجوز شهادة امرأة واحدة في الحيض والعدة والسقط والحمام وكل ما لا يطلع عليه إلا النساء قال تجوز شهادة امرأة إذا كانت ثقة. Imam Ahmad, Ishaq ibn Mansur said, I said to Imam Ahmad regarding utilizing the testimony as evidence, is the testimony permissible for a single woman regarding menstruation, waiting period after divorce or death of a husband, abortion, and utilizing the same bathroom, public bathroom, and all that are not seen except by the woman? He responded, the testimony of the woman is permissible so long as she is trustworthy. So you see here, one woman give a shahada, it's accepted. Okay? This is to waive the idea that they penetrate, they attack the Islam, that no, the shahada woman is half. No, who said that? You are listening the text, and you will listen now to a hadith coming from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, which is the goal, the highest goal that we will rely upon, where he accepted only a statement from woman to separate between the couples for one statement. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, كما ثبت ذلك عند البخاري ومسلم من حديث عقبة بن الحارث أنه تزوج أم يحيى بنت أبي إيهاب فجاءت أمة سوداء فقالت قد أرضعتكما فذكرت ذلك للنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال فأعرض عني صلى الله عليه وسلم قال فتنحيت فذكرت ذلك له. قال فكيف؟ يعني كيف تبقى معها وقد زعمت أن قد أرضعتكما؟ كيف تبقى؟ لابد من فسخ العقد. كيف تبقى معها؟ The Prophet ﷺ, as Imam Bukhari and Muslim narrated from the hadith of Uqba ibn al-Harith. Uqba said that he married Yahya bin Abi Ihab. So a black female slave came and said, I have nursed the two of you, meaning the husband and the wife. I have nursed the two of you. So she mentioned that to the Prophet ﷺ. طبعا هي العربي فذكرت ذلك. He, but the translation she put she, which is not okay. He said, then I mentioned that to the Prophet ﷺ, so he avoided me. Sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He said, so يعني Uqba said, I mentioned that to him again. He said, so what? And she has claimed that she nursed both of you. Means you cannot remain together. The contract is annulled. How you say annulled?
Invalid. Invalid.
But the other word annulled, right? Yeah, it's okay. Alhamdulillah. My English is good, guys. I'm proving. Okay, alhamdulillah. So you see, the Prophet ﷺ accepted one shahada. One single woman said something, and a family, I will not use the word destroyed, because following the order of Allah there is no destruction. It's a pure maslah. But finalize a contract of marriage based on a shahada, a witness of only one woman, because she nursed both the husband and the wife. I ask Allah the Almighty that in this introduction, in this lecture, and the lectures before, I have clarified indeed these doubts. And we can indeed now steadfast more, stick to the religion more when we understand, subhanallah, that the religion has a lot of things that benefit us, whether we know it, we see it, or we do not see it. Okay, first, before I forget, next Friday, you know the time will be changed, right? So our lecture will be after Maghrib, which will be 7 and 7 next week, I think. Okay? Next week we have a mini conference. And the title of the mini conference is Why the Ummah is Living in Crisis. Why the Ummah is living in a crisis. There will be 3 lectures. We will have the big room, the big hall, and we will have the game room for the kids. I will ask the sisters, because I know if the sister move, the brother will say سمعنا وأطعنا. You listen and will obey. I mean, if you do not believe it, don't laugh. Say I'm not. Because one time in Puerto Rico, and this is like a joke, but let me say it for you. In one day in the court, like 100 or more cases of divorce. So the judge said, all of you came for divorce? They said yes. Then he said, if any one of you is afraid of his wife, let him step to the right side. So 99 from 100 went there. And the one man remained in that side. So he said, wow, we have a man here. Why you did not go there? He said, because my wife said, don't move unless I tell you. So I know that you are laughing, but mashallah, I know that you are obedient. Okay, so we need from the sister to help us in this, to have some sweets, to bring some sweets. And we want it to be organized, barakallahu fi kunna wa fikum. Means, one of the sister can take the names, how many sister will bring, and inshallah ta'ala to cover, because we are expecting around 150, more or less, between men and women. So if we can cover this, it will be inshallah yani very good, and we will be grateful and thankful for you, for your cooperation, inshallah ta'ala. This is all what I have to tell you about the conference. Well, this is a question. Can women go in the exercise gym where men go, or only go to the gym for women only? Because lots of sisters go to gym for exercise where men doing exercise in front of them. In fact, here we have a gym for women only. So what is the point to go where men go? جزاكم الله خيرا.